Hi everyone! I'm so excited that you're here. Welcome to the channel. And today, what I really want to talk to you guys about is something that is so close to my heart and something that I struggled with for a very long time, and realized that I'm not the only one who went through this or who's gone through this or who's going through this. And it's the idea and this belief that there's something wrong with you. I recently started reaching out to my community and to my friends and really asking them what was something in their life that they wanted to create, and like, why haven't they done so? And a lot of the feedback that I got was that a lot of people felt like there was something wrong with them. Like this idea of, you know what, Wendy, there's something wrong with me. I can't figure this whole life game out. I really can't figure it out. And something inside of me really started to bubble up, because I was like, you know what? I know exactly where you're at, because I was there. I was actually there, really turning up at night thinking, man, what is wrong with me? Why is it that I can't figure anything out? And why am I always in the position where I start something, stop at the middle, and then never finish? So I start off strong, and then towards the middle, I lose my motivation and I lose everything that essentially inspired me. And I know what that feeling is like. It actually used to really eat away at me. It was all I could think of. All I could think of, like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? All that created was an energy of confusion, being foggy, staying stuck, playing the comparison game, struggling, being paralyzed, being in this analysis paralysis wheel, and essentially me questioning my worthiness. Like, how worthy am I? And I'm gonna tell you something. When you do that to yourself, all that it does is start to chip away at who you are piece by piece. And essentially, it just eats you away. So I am here to take a stand and to tell you that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? Here's the thing. Usually the reason why you might find yourself wondering what's wrong with me, what I found to be true is that there's 3 reasons. And I'm going to share those with you. Here are my 3 reasons as to why you may be feeling that there's something wrong with you. Number 1, if you're feeling like there's something wrong with you, it's usually because there's some piece of information that you don't know. There's something that you don't know. And it doesn't mean that you are stupid. It doesn't mean that you are dumb. It doesn't mean that you are not smart enough to navigate your way out of life. Because you're smart enough if you're looking for answers, if you're looking at videos like this, if you're really trying to better yourself. That's actually a pretty smart move, because you really want to get to the bottom of what it is that's keeping you in that area. So that's number 1. Number 2, you're battling commitment. So whatever it is that you're doing, whether that's your job, whether that's like your new business that you're starting, whether that's a hobby, or whether you're surrounding yourself with a community of people, and you find yourself just like kind of wanting to go full in, but then you kind of pull back, and then you want to go in again, and then you pull back. It's usually because you are battling commitment, meaning you're not totally invested in whatever it is that you're doing. And I've been guilty of that. And I was putting myself in situations where I kind of was in, but I had the back door way open. So essentially, I wasn't fully committed. And that created also that energy of me being stuck and thinking that there's something wrong with me, when essentially I just wasn't in alignment. Number 3, and this one might shock you, but number 3 is you're not showing up as your true self, meaning you're not showing up authentically. And I'm gonna tell you why that's important in a bit. So those are my top 3 reasons that I found that usually create that belief in us that there's something wrong with us. Now I'm going to share with you guys my top 3 ways on how to get out of that state of believing that there's something wrong with you. And hopefully these work for you, because they work wonders for me. They work wonders for those around in like my friend circle and in my community. And I really wanted to share them with you guys. So hopefully it'll help you guys out. And if it helps one person out, I've done my job. Now that I've shared the reasons as to why you may be feeling like there's something wrong with you and like you're stuck, I want to go a little bit deeper with that. And what I mean by that is I want to really, really land with you guys that when you're in that area, you're pretty much unconfident. Like your confidence is down the drain. And you start to really, really question yourself and your worth. Now, here are a few ways that I found that you can get yourself out of that. Number 1 is learn new things. Yes, you heard that right. Start surrounding yourself with different people. Pick up a hobby, pick up an activity, or find something that is really close to what you would like to do. Like just try out new things. Start being in being mode. Start living. Once you start doing that, you'll get out of that energy of like, wait a minute, there's nothing wrong with me. I just really don't know who I am. Like I haven't discovered who I am. And I get to do that now. I get to go out and really see, what am I made out of? Like, what is it that lights me up and fires me up? What is it? So that's one. Another one is in whatever it is that you're doing. If you found a new hobby or a new activity or something that you're passionate about, like really assess your commitment. Am I really passionate about this? Is this really something that I want to do? And is this really something that, again, I go back to, fires me up and lights me up? If it's not, reassess your commitment. Are you really committed? And if you are, ask yourself, am I prepared? Because usually what I found is that when people are struggling with feeling overwhelmed or feeling like, oh my gosh, like this is too much, it's either because you're not fully prepared or you're not fully committed. So always assess your commitment in whatever it is that you're doing. Now, the last one that I want to share with you guys is to come into your heart. Really step into your heart space and into your heart center and find out, who are you? Who are you? Let go of who you think you should be and really start showing up as who you are meant to be, as who you are. Because once you start showing up as that person that you're meant to be, your life will absolutely completely change. And these are all things that I've done myself. Like, for example, just doing this video. It's something way out of my box. Like, it's way out of my comfort zone. I always think like, oh my gosh, what are people gonna think about me? And these are thoughts that are not on the superficial level. They are like the deep down under thoughts that I want to hide away from the world. Like, I don't want nobody to know. But here I am, just sharing them. And this is because I know that as I'm starting to get uncomfortable, my comfort zone starts to expand. Meaning I can do so much more. And I realize, like, you know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. And here's the beauty of life. You get to reinvent yourself over and over again. Now let that sink in for a bit. You get to reinvent yourself over and over again. Why? Because it is your life. And you get to live it and you get to explore it. And you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. And you get to discover what that purpose is. Now, I want to leave you with one thing, is love yourself enough to realize that There's nothing wrong with you, my love. And you get to discover yourself. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.